What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome.
What's up, everybody?
Up,
Welcome.
up. I heard you twice. I had two windows open. I'm hearing you twice. What's up, everybody? Pawnda Arena. 5+3 casual. Hey, everyone. Hey. Hey. Hey, Acerbate. Are you my fan? You're my fan. I'm yours too. What is up, everybody? Welcome. So, we are hosting our 18th annual Pawnda Arena. Starting in 15 minutes. Even when the time control has been reached, there is one situation where you want to act as if it has not. Your position is absolutely lost. The old pretend the time control hasn't been reached trick. Nice one, Edmar. Nice one. The epitome of sportsmanship. I never met Edmar Medness. Alright, Sun Prism gifting tier... Oh, 2 tier 1 subs. Nice. 2 tier 1 subs to... Gallianera, and Spartak01. Bring us up to 102 out of 110 on the mystery bonus. Mystery bonus. I don't know what that is. Feature enabled. Mystery feature enabled. Alright. We got 14 minutes, so we're starting. So let's see what we've got so far. Thanks, Sun Prism. Also, Sauerkraut Meat Bratwurst has tipped $5. I should not forget. He did that before we even started. Asterbate got a sneak peek at the stream because I accidentally turned the camera on too early. You even heard me, supposedly. I went to the immigration center today, finally again, and this time there was a guy at the immigration center applying for residency who won a huge pot against me. $1,000 pot a couple months ago. I'm like, dude, it's either the bus driver who owes me a lot of money or some guy who won a huge poker hand against me. It's always something weird happening. Where do I see these people? Why do I see these people randomly? Sauerkraut. I'm half German, you know. It's in my blood. I've got 50% German on both sides of my family. 42. So it's just inert, inert. It's inert. All right, thanks for joining. Sun Prism. Yeah, we used to eat sauerkraut. Probably handed down from my family tradition. I don't know. But anyway, Germans. A lot of Germans settled originally in the region where I used to live when I grew up originally, and then came a lot of waves of Italian immigrants. But before the Italian immigrants were a lot of German immigrants. Sorry, I've got a lot of Germans in me. Yeah. What's up? Germanic. Sparkle Horse, Cheesy Noob, Teenage Petrosian. I pronounced that great, huh? Sun Prism and Acerbate, 5 players. Thanks for donating. Enough for a hot dog with sauerkraut. So, yeah, if you go back to South Jersey, New Jersey, the state I'm from, originally it was a lot of farmland, and historically, some of the earlier waves of immigrants were German. Of course, you wouldn't know that today. It's all famous for the Jersey Shore and pizza. And I'm always raving about Italian food. All right, but anyway, on to chess. We've got a tournament here, 5+3, starting in 10 minutes. A lot of people think I'm from Boston, but I lived in Boston for years, but I am not from Boston. Originally, like Uber driver, our hero, and blogger. So what's up? Our faithful are here. Sun Prism, Morales, Asterbate, 42, Cheesy Noob, Shocky, always he always hides into the last minute and then decides whether or not to take the plunge. Finish my coffee. I expect this tournament should bring in some players. Can we get a link to the tournament? Can I get a linky, please? Asterbate. There it is. Thank you. So if anyone watching the stream wants to join us, you do have to join our team. The Pawnda Horses Club. You will have to join the team. Yarr. Alright. Anyway. Unfortunately, bad news, I'm going to be allowed to stay here for like another 10 years. You know, in other news, I don't know if anyone here was paying attention, but the Romanian election went the right way. So if anything happens and I had to go to somewhere else to live, Romania was my plan B. So the good news is that the far right Nazi didn't win, the Romanian prime ministership, which is really important for all of Europe and for democracy in general. Now, there's a very tough election going on in Poland at the moment. That's going to be important as well. And it's very close. But of course, in Poland, the election isn't between like a Democratic candidate and a far right, but still. The far right has made gains in Poland. So I don't know. They're going to have to go to a runoff or second election in Poland. But anyway, good news about Romania. Because for a while it looked a little unclear. So I have a plan B. If I have to leave, if like Hungary leaves the EU or something crazy, which wouldn't be out of the question, I can go to Romania. Anyway, and all my Romanian friends, including the legendary Florin Gheorghiu, were very, very happy about the election result there. So despite Trump and all the evil in the world, there's still some good left. The mayor of Bucharest won the Romanian presidential election. All right, let's get ready to get started. We have 7 minutes. Come to Germany. It's safe. You don't rob people in the hotel lobby. There's good food and the people are friendly. No, I mean Germany is an option. Germany would be an option, but I don't know if they'd let me stay. Germany is definitely a great country, and I guess with my, I don't know how it works with my heritage. Would I be allowed to move to Germany? I could easily prove lineage, German lineage. All right, we've got back to the old country. Sergeant Schultz is a relative of mine. So 6 players now. Speaking of Germany, Mr. Slow is here. Sparkle Horse, Cheesy Noob, Teenage Petrosian, Sun Prism, Mr. Sohan, Acerbate, 6 players. Will they accept? Do they have Pawndas? We went to the Zoo Berlin. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I don't know. They did. They have baby Pawnda. Yeah, they have baby Pawnda. Remember, Zoo Berlin has baby Pawnda. We had to like wait in a really long line to see the baby Pawndas. There's 2 baby Pawndas at Zoo Berlin. All right. Anyway, it's a crime-free country. Yeah, those people up north, they get crazy, man. It's the cold. That's why all the Finnish are so weird. Further north you go, the crazier people get. Or south, it works both ways. You know, if it's too hot or too cold, people start to get a little nutty. Got to be in the habitable zone, somewhere between Hamburg and the Mediterranean, the northern Mediterranean. Earth's habitable zone. Playing on my new device, so more slow than ever. Don't believe the things that people say about Northern Europeans. They're not as crazy as they seem. Those crazy Vikings. Alright. We've got Sparkle. She's 6 players. Just 6 players, and we're 4 minutes away from starting. Where is everybody? Come on, jump in there. Morales. Cheesy Noob's in. Shocky, we know you're going to play. That's at least 8. Where's Jeroen? I've never been... I mean, I've only been to Hamburg. Why? No, I've never been to Hamburg, actually. Come to think of it. Have I ever been to Hamburg? No, I don't think I've ever been to Hamburg. That's where Larry Christensen used to play. I think he was on the Bundesliga team. Played for Hamburg, if I remember correctly. They must have good alcohol. Lots of alcohol. Alright, Shocky second. Young Samurai. Tennis pro. Richard Forster. No, this is EM Forster. Richard Forster is like a Swiss chess player. Different Forster. 4 stories. He wrote 4 stories. AstraZeneca. Oh, that's the beer from Hamburg? Oh, I thought they were pharmaceuticals. They have good pharmaceuticals, too. Guys, 2.5 hour arena, 5+3. Feel free to donate and give sub. We had 2 gift subs from Some Prism. Where's Some Prism, by the way? Oh, there he is. Alright, we got 8 players. He's been there all the time. No, I had my residency renewed today. And I go in the immigration center, and who's there but this dude who I lost this horrific hand against. A French guy. He's applying for residency. It's either a bus driver who owes me like $1 million that takes me to the immigration center, or I get to the immigration center, and there's some dude who I lost like a massive pot against. It's weird. Budapest is a small city. I mean, in a way, like it's like I could walk down the street and run to another chess player. That used to happen to me sometimes. It feels like, it doesn't feel like a big city, you know. You can easily run into people you know on the street. It's not like New York or something. Alright, we've got 10 players. Reduce and reuse. Shocky, Cheese Noob. All these guys are scary. Unpleasant to play against. I'm not unpleasant people, but unpleasant to play against. I've got 1 minute. Hamburg has a lot of nice girls. Are you telling us you live in Hamburg? You don't live in Hamburg. Hamburg has a lot of nice girls on the street. Sounds like Amsterdam. But those are inside. Allergies are kicking in. The red light district. Go Hamburg. So, how about the ambulances? A lot of ambulances? Like, nice and noisy? Hamburg sounds kind of cold. I don't know, that's like North Sea, isn't it? I think I'd go for, like, more southern, central Germany. Yeah, you don't live there. But they have good hamburgers and frankfurters. I had a coach, you know, my basketball coach in middle school was named Mr. Hamburger. That's brutal, you know, that's brutal. I mean, George Hamburger. See, that's what I'm talking about. South Jersey, classic German. That was hard for him to live that down, though, to be a high school sports, you know, team coach and be Mr. Hamburger. He was like an amateur basketball player. All right, let's go. So, we've already got a whole bunch of players. I've been doing some videos about Nimzovich. And it's inspired me a little bit. Re-inspired me. Working on the Nimzovich. Yeah, we already have 14 players. 2 players want to rejoin. Open link in the window. Okay. Doc Waffle Kitty, how many times have you joined now? And Chaturang. Chaturang is new. Chaturang has enough games. Chaturang is in. Alright. Doc Kitty Waffle. It's like somebody's password. An all-word password. So I've been playing I played this against Starua at the World Senior 2 years ago. I had an interesting game, but unfortunately lost. Starua, very, very experienced grandmaster from Georgia. Nice guy. The situation in Georgia is not so good at the moment. I mean, politically. Anyway, Petrosian Queen's Indian is really, really hard for black to get an active game in the normal lines. That's why I'm playing G6 and doing a double fianchetto. I don't think that A3 is Petrosian system. I don't think A3 is all that useful a move for white in this type of line. I have E5. It's too early. Maybe not. We might be able to pull off E5. It probably works. It's a little risky. He just insta closed it. Wow. Okay. Now that A3 comes in handy because he can play B4 and it's supported. This is 5+3. Don't want to think. Wow. Don't want to think too much though. Thinking is bad for your health. In 5+3. I don't really like F3. But it might be okay. That I definitely don't like for white. So he's screwing this up, I would say, to a fair degree. Generally speaking, I would not want to allow that knight on F4. Did I get blocked from viewing? Jeez, dude, I don't know, man. What you're talking about. Castle Queenside. Shades of Nimzovich Bogalyabov. Nice uncompromising move there. Knight G2 is just kind of cool. probably wrong, but it's a fast game. We gotta act quickly. Act quickly. You can't handle the truth. Any other questions? Hmm. Recycling. Dude, I don't know what he's talking about. Can somebody help this guy? There's a question mark box. What are we talking about? Bishop D1. Whoa. Is that for real? Alright, this bishop's supposed to recycle anyway. Always recycle your bishops. I could have played for c6, but white probably was going to take on c6 in many cases there. White's made some positional mistakes here. Position's still so closed. Alright, I give up. Wow. I did not notice that. That was kind of a mistake. Wow. This situation has spiraled out of control. That's Soul Panther, you're distracting. What are you talking about? And is it important? You're just trying to be distracting. Alright. So I've messed this up to some degree, it would appear. F where? That's insane. That is insane. That's insane. That's super insane. What? How many marbles are we talking about here? I don't know, guys. The good thing is Mr. Slow is slow. The stream screen is black with a question mark. Alright, that's nice. It's starting to get a little bit annoying. I can't help you with that. Yeah. something on your end. You might want to try refreshing. I don't understand. My opponent just went nuts. He actually probably had pretty good chances to hold on there if he had just kept it locked, and then he like sacrificed 3 pawns and resigned. Is anyone else here? We have 14 viewers. How is it there's more players in the tournament than there are viewers on the stream? I guess we don't have any bots going on, huh? I'm not hiring enough bots. Really, I should pay for more bots. Oh wait, I don't stream for chess.com. Uh-huh. Subscribe to earn drops. Death Soul Panther, are you Doc Waffle Kitty? Is that right? Was that a different person? P. Nefedov is here. Alright. Ready to go. Astrobate, you're gonna need to keep up in the chat room, man. Someone's gotta keep Death Soul Panther, the Kraken in action. The Kraken. The Nefedov variation, remember? This is the Nefedov variation. In honor of Nefedov, who's here. Best not to play e5, it looks like. I still like e5, but, you know, don't overestimate this. Nefedov beat me, I think. We split. Maybe I lost one and won one. In the Nefedov variation, obviously I'm not obligated to play e5. I always tell the story how I did the similar line in the first round of the World Senior Team, and my teammates looked like horrified, like I was allowing an endgame. I like these kind of endgames, but Nefedov's pretty tough. I think I'm gonna stay away from Nefedov here. But against a less experienced player, these endgames are deadly. And I think the inclusion of a4, a6 is actually advantageous for black, which is kind of a typical, it's a typical thing in the Pierts. Should be slightly more advantageous for black. Now, speaking of what to do next, there are a lot of options. We'll just pretend we're playing the King's Indian again. I love the King's Indian. It's my first real d4 defense. Knight g4 is overrated or strong? Or both? It's overrated. Is it? Is it overrated? Doc Waffle House. Wow, that's a bad move. You pretty much have to move bishop back. You can't afford to give me that dark square bishop. That's not good policy. Similar to last game, my opponent lost the dark square bishop. Lost it. F4 is a critical move. Don't tell them, man. Come on. I can't believe it. You're giving away all this info for free. People started streaming poker. I was like, why are you doing this? You know? Chess is bad enough, but... Wow, G3. Wow, another mistake. I thought you would play F4. Okay, maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe I should be a little bit forgiving toward Queen D3. May not be a bad move. All right. Black is better, but white has some space. So, you mean he's talking about f4 on move 4, the critical. F4, the critical. Yeah, no, it is. It is the best. And that's the one move that poses serious problems. If white doesn't play that, we're in good shape. No queen c4. Now b4 is a problem, so we're going to turn it into another King's Indian. Every game is King's Indian. They start as Queen's Indians. They start as Queen's Indians, and they start as Krakens, and they become other things. They're like zombie openings. Transformers. I like your bishops. So does Belimirovich, looking down from Serbian chess heaven. Yugoslav chess heaven. Oof. I like my dark square bishop. I like them both. Wow. You're allowing this check? My king is probably safest in the center. Yugoslav chess heaven. Stefano 8 is in first place early. Sparkle Horse, Shaki, Chaturang. Chaturang. 42, Cheesy Noob. Wow. You saw that. Rango. Oof. Another tactical genius. All right. You have to do it. The king move was too much earlier. It was definitely a little too much. So, we play an interesting game. Crazy. I don't know, I thought his weakness was tactics, but suddenly he's like tactically brilliant. That's weird. Brilliant tactically or tactically brilliant? Crazy situation here. You like my bishops. What's left of them? This is the guy? Why is he blocked? I left him blocked. Am I getting this guy confused with a different player? Is that what's happening here? Another player recently who played. Weird. Sees everything. It's unbelievable. Tactical buzzsaw. This is the opposite of the player I was expecting. This player is all tactics. Nothing else. I thought he was a player who was like very good positionally and like terrible tactically. It's like the absolute total opposite. Oh, except for that move. All right, man. Ugh. That got a little out of control. I was fancy. I was too fancy. I was too fancy. I got too fancy. Mr. So is playing on a new device. That's what Hans always says, like right before. Hans is streaming. He has hundreds of followers thanks to chess.com. Gross, dude. He goes from being like banned on the site to like a streamer there. It's so disgusting. Can't stand that guy. Alright. Stefano 8 in first place. 1898 and crushing it. So far he beat Cheesy Noob, El Shakmat, and Drew Shamarai. 42 undefeated. 42 beating Asterbait. 42 beating Mr. Slow. Wow, that's a minor upset. Even though they're not that far apart in rating, I think my king move's a little too fancy. Yeah. It was a cheapo. I was trying to do the rucksack mate. I deserve to lose for that. That was a very lazy move by myself. Not just lazy, but playing for cheapos. You know, I was really trying to win in one move. The move itself is extremely suspicious as well, you know. So I have a total of 17 players and then 10 viewers. What's up with the 10 viewers? I know it's Tuesday, and it's the wonderful world of cheese.com or Chess Mom, Cheese Mom, hosting their awesome tournament every week. But I still don't understand. Am I not streaming on lichess? Cheese Mom. You drink San Miguel? You're drinking a San Miguel? Oh no. Speaking of Cheese Mom. Cheese Mom's in first place here. Cheese Mom. How about the London? No London? Alright. Uh-huh. Now I'll do the London. What does he do if you, like, stop Bishop G4? It's gotta be frustrating. This whole game is based on Bishop G4. What's he gonna do if I stop it? Where the heck's he gonna put his bishop? I'm playing hippo. It's a half hippo. Not the best. Oh, you're so aggressive. Wow. How dare you do that? Where's your center? Where's your center now? Where's your center now? Uh-huh. Have you seen your center lately? Damn. I get it. Cleared cache. Oh no. Knight C5. Oh no. You know what that means? The fatal flaw. What is Cheesy Noob's fatal flaw? I can play E5 here. That's a good move, huh? How does he have 30 seconds more than me? How is he so far ahead in time? Just moves instantly every single move. Very computer-like. Very computer-like play there. I'd rather not. Queen A6. I don't like playing Cheesy Noob. I don't understand why we just have 11 viewers. Oh, the chess guy is streaming. Where is everyone? They just go to like Chess Mom? Faithful lichess players. Yeah, it must be rough using an Apple. Oh no, wait. Chromebook is Google. Chromebook is Google. Google. Chromebook. What? Wow, that's weird. Okay. 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 I don't like playing Cheesy Noob. Look at the score. No draws. It's amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 games in a row with no draws. There was one draw in 20 games. That's unusual for me. Even against weaker players, I would be more likely to give up draws than losses. He literally has all wins or losses against me. Freaking me out here. Yeah, see? Another freaky insta move. Always these freaky insta moves. I feel like I'm playing a computer. This is horrible. That was a weird move. It's fortunate he took with the queen, not the bishop, because he would have been threatening queen f3. And I'm still clearly worse. should be dead right now. He gave up a piece. Peace out, man. Played the opening like an engine, and then he fell apart. Look at this. How big is Black's advantage? Plus 5. Oh, he had mate in 5. He had mate in 5 after bishop takes e4. But I'm already lost. One inaccuracy, 2 blunders. Stefano's in first place. I don't like playing cheesy noob. It's too weird. I shouldn't have played that H3 move in the opening. I just wanted to do something weird to stop him from getting his normal setup, but it's a very slow move. Terrible game by me. But he like ambushes you, you know, you're like not only facing a player who's capable of playing very well, but he's extremely fast too. And then all of a sudden there'd be these like blunders that may or may not happen. You know, like half the time they happen, half the time they don't. He played bishop takes b3, dropping a piece. The first thing I checked was to make sure that wasn't possible. Now here's a tough player who's sandbagging big time. Big time bagger. He's a sandbagger. So 1789 now, question mark. Yeah, if you looked at Mr. Slowhand's ratings, you'd think he was like a total noob. But he's not. He's a good player. Okay, some people don't care about their ratings. It's fine. It's fine. But even for not caring, he's still underrated. He should be higher rated even if he doesn't care, in my opinion. Even without caring, he should definitely be higher rated. 42, Shocky. Alright, we're starting to get some viewers now. Wow, we're up to 14 viewers. Welcome, everybody. Join our team. Nimzo Floridian is here. Nimzo Floridian with a Chess 960 rating. Wait a minute. I thought they took out the fluoride. I thought they were taking out the fluoride. Nimzo Floridian. Nimzo Floridian. Where's Mr. Slow? Oh no. Butterfly Hunter. Is he in? Butterfly Hunter is not in the tournament. Kelly M, welcome. Tatarstan. Are you really from Tatarstan? Kelly is not a classical Tatarstanian name. Alright. Dude, Mr. Slow is just like gone. Oh, there he is. I feel like letting my clock run to let him catch up. He's like giving me time odds. I'm not going to see a Portsmouth Gambit from him. What I love about Mr. Slow is that he tries, not just tries, I mean, he plays incisive, critical opening lines. He tries and succeeds to play critical opening lines. And his game is more developed than that, but he's a real chess player, a real chess aficionado. I'm not supposed to play knight f6. Oh no. I didn't mean to do this. Shit. I didn't mean to do it. He said he plays a new... Oh, right. New device. Right. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Stunsteg. That's why he's probably losing on time. That's... Like, 42 also said he had time problems. I didn't want to play knight f6. I wanted to play knight h6. Frankly, my dear, I don't know if that's appropriate in this position, though. So now we're looking at those gambit lines. This is kind of strange. Am I supposed to take the pawn on e4? Dangerous to take said pawn. What if you take on e4? If he plays d5, can I play knight d6? That's what I'm thinking. d5, knight d6. Pawn takes c6, knight takes b5. Should be fine for black. I don't think this is a normal line, really. Because you don't want to get, you know, messed up. White seems to have compensation anyway. It's not an unusual idea to sacrifice a pawn with white in the Roslimo style positions. Here he has play on the e-file. I've never played this position before in my life. Never even seen it. But I don't think he wants to trade pieces here. Down a pawn. Sorry, I was like dying of thirst. Got some sugar-free iced tea. What's up, everybody? Donate. Hype train. Thursday analysis stream. Mr. Slow has already submitted his game for Thursday. How about you guys? How about Sung Prism? How about Snedstang? How about everybody else? Acerbate. Did I say that already? Everyone who's a regular subscriber. Move 11, how about you? I've never seen this position before. I never want to see it again. Well, pawn takes c6, knight takes b5 looks like we're in good shape. I don't understand why he's doing that. White should move the bishop. Possibly even a4. I don't know, but move the bishop. Like, trading here seems like a bad deal for white. Why is this good? You just like lost your light square bishop. I think he's got problems with the time. You know, with his device or whatever. He's not playing his A game. He wouldn't normally do this. One of my recent OTB that I lost with black against an 1808 player. Yeah, the 1807s are easy, but the 1808s, you gotta be a little bit careful with those. I mean, what the bleep? So, there are a couple ways to handle this, I guess. It's a pawn I should take. The question is which way. But I mean, by pawn structure, black is just winning. Extra pawn, huge island, and then there's two bishops. What he did here is very uncharacteristic. He has a little bit of compensation on the open line. The half open file, this half open file, You know the good thing about not having pawns, move 11? Better pastures, green acres. Greener Acres. Remember there was an old TV show, Green Acres. Asterbait probably remembers that. A little bit before my time. There were still reruns. Black and white TV show. Green Acres. So I could trade queens and give a pawn back. So I'm not a greedy guy. Other options are not that appealing, to be honest. So I'm going to do that. Do that. Dragonfly Hunter. Floridian. RFK Jr. is not going to be happy with that name. Nimzo Floridian. So, Move 11 just got back from our old stomping grounds. He visited Boston. Move 11, tell Dragonfly Hunter what it was like hanging out with homeless dudes at Harvard Square. Dragonfly Hunter he'll have nostalgia. Bring back the nostalgia. Rook on the 7th. Deposit rook here. D6 is a problem. Wait, what's wrong with knight c7? L7. L7. That's the famous women's band. The women's punk rock band. Alright. Analysis board. No, I forgot about that. Now that you remind me, though. I had totally forgotten that. Yeah, I vaguely do remember that. L7. Alright. Back to tournament. Mr. Slow is not with us. And Stefano is just winning the tournament? Good chess? No. This dude is blocked for being annoying. He just kept challenging me, like, repeatedly. It wouldn't stop. And then challenged me with another account after that. L7, do the knight move. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. L's pretty big. It's a very large board with the L7. Alright, so Stefano is just winning every single game. He beats Sun Prism as well now. Stefano 8 maybe like slightly underrated. I don't know if Move 11's still here. Move 11, did you meet any interesting homeless people? It feels like since they turned Harvard Square into like an upscale shopping mall, there are probably like slightly less homeless people. It doesn't have the same flavor anymore. With all the upscale shops and stuff, I don't really like it. It was dirtier and nicer back in the 90s. It's just not the same anymore. It's the same everywhere. We turn everything into an upscale shopping mall all over the world. But especially the United States. It sucks, you know. Harvard Square had a unique vibe and got ruined. Of course, I haven't been there in 6 years. But all the iconic places are gone. You know, I mean, it's sort of like, what's the point? No, we lived in a golden age, Nimzo Thirdian. We lived through a golden age. $18.98. Speaking of underrated. What? Feels closer to Nassau Street in Princeton now? Yeah. Yeah, that's what they did to it. I mean, this guy is not supposed to be that strong. I can't accept that guy. He sent me multiple requests, kept repeating challenges against me, and then this dick guy. Then he came on with his other account and started repeatedly challenging me with that. So there was like 5 challenges altogether. I can't accept someone in the team who does stuff like that. That's just weird. Sorry. I miss Bartley's Burgers. Is it still there? When was the last time you visited Harvard Square, Dragonfly Hunter? Have you ever gone back? Damn. Wow. Yeah, when you leave, you really leave. Josh was here watching my stream for a while, but I had to ban him. You remember Josh? He thought it was funny that my kid's guinea pig, passed away, and I banned him. Sick bastard. Rightly so. I know. What kind of sick individual thinks the death of a child's guinea pig is funny? Just a guinea pig. You're just a guinea pig. We'll laugh when you die. Oh wait, you went back for Peter Yip's funeral. Oh my god. (2007) Yeah, I didn't even know about that. I mean, I wasn't close to Peter Yip. Of course, I knew him. So how is Stefano winning every single game? He seems like completely beatable. There's this guy, in Budapest named Yip, who's also Asian, obviously Chinese descendancy. So you got Carissa Yip, Peter Yip, Grace. I can't believe that Peter Yip died in 2007. He was really young. Was he the same age as... Oh, he's older than me, I guess. I'm in Czech. It's not fair. Maybe it was 06. What's the guy's name here? Yip. There's a Yip guy. He always plays. He lives on my street. How crazy is that, dude? This guy. He's Canadian, though. I traded 3 IMs for this Yip character. But his name is Peter too? No. Yep. What is the guy's first name? Anyway, it's just random. I have a Yip chess player living on my street. Oh, he fell off a building. Oh shit, in Hong Kong. He did the Lembedol. Jump or pushed. Yeah, I don't remember that. What was I doing? Oh, I was already here. That's why. Okay. I'm crazy. I was already here. That's why I didn't know about it. Sometimes I lose contact with reality. Yeah. I forgot I was already here since 2004. Although I used to go back. That's why I didn't know about it. Alright, we got another request for the team. Oh no, it's the same guy. Like, check him out. No, Addy2229. Alright. 2229. It's probably the same guy. 2400. Damn, dude. This guy's very borderline. Just enough games. Oh no, I closed the window. Yeah. Where's my tournament, man? I'm gonna get paired and lose. Yeah, I forget when I came here. It was 2004. And I would just go back for the summer. And most years I would visit. Not always. At different times, actually. In the beginning, I didn't always go back in the summer. I stayed here for the summers. Yeah, it all depends. I've been here for 20 years, and I would go back to the States almost every year at some point. But, you know, stuff like that, like people dying that I didn't know about, probably happened a lot. Cheesy Noob again. No, I'm black. I hate playing Cheesy Noob. You gotta remember that you're dealing with a person who judges, they think bishops are worth less than knights. Don't judge me. Anti-Cheesy Noob. Why don't you take it? Take the knight. No, Shandi, oh my god, dude. That was tragic. Yeah, but that was really hard for everybody. I wasn't close to him, but he was a funny guy. Great personality. Peter was a much quieter person. Alright. He'd probably already moved back to Hong Kong or something. Dude, what's up? We lost our... Reminiscing, we lost our computer. Screensaver comes on. Astrobate is a hidden gem. Hidden GM. Well, if you get him in the right position, he will literally rip your face off. But, you know, he has some flaws. He doesn't listen to me. I'm trying to coach him into playing great chess. And he slowly improves, but he has very bad habits. Cheesy Noob is like... He's completely become a different animal this game. Yeah, remind me to always play the old Indian against Cheesy Noob from now on. It totally kills the whole bishop g5 pin thing. It's like the London system. You know, also old Indian, very good against London system. Very good against Tory attack. Of course, the extra pawn, but... I mean, right out of the gate. I mean, white plays d6, This is good. You know, this is very good against very good against closed queen pawn games. White's best move is c4, obviously. But after bishop g5, you have nothing with that pin. What are you going to do? Trade off your other bishop on e6? He takes like Chigorin to another level. Chigorin just like the knights. This guy like literally treats bishops like they're worth less than knights. It's like a, you know, Chigorin on serious LSD or something. I'm up a pawn too. I know, that's why my position seems so good. Right? Something to do with the extra pawn. And the not castling thing. I think he likes castling queenside. Yeah, it's just a bishop. So much for castling queenside. Oh no. Really getting fancy here. Oh god, does that work? Oh no, of course it does. Of course it works. So I wasted just a massive tempo there. Airball. My knight f4 was a total airball. Unbelievable. How long can that knight stay there, objectively? Yeah, I could easily mess this up. Now he's motivated. Would he dare put his knight like in the range of my bishop though? I'm just gonna have to go into conversion mode. He still doesn't want it. Wow, takes. I want to sack my knight now. F2's hanging. This is sick. Yeah, you should have played that on a previous move. One would think. I was gonna take it and then I changed my mind. My bishop's just too good. I can't take it, dude. You would have played knight takes h3. But I mean, you know, you're up a clear pawn, man. You know? Do you wanna gamble when you're up? You're basically winning already, you know? I don't understand that like mentality. It depends on how seriously you're taking the game, I think. Alright, now he's like trying full strength again. He's rebounded. It just keeps coming at you like the Terminator. Doesn't tank. Stefano's in second place, which is surprising. I mean, you know, he's not one of the highest rated players. We have a grand total of 20 players. Teenage Petrosian it looks like not showing up after registering. Is the same player still trying to join? No, yeah. Sorry, I can't accept that. You're not going to blot out my bishop. Blots. This is going to get kind of ugly for white pretty soon. Yeah, he doesn't want to trade queens. Looks like he's intentionally avoiding trading queens. I see. Where's his knight going? Well, that's the great thing when you have two knights. They can back each other up. Now he has to trade queens. You got backup. Yeah, he has bishop and knight. Bishop and knight disorder. I admit there's a lot of players who overvalue bishops. But it's not common to see people who overvalue knights. I should probably take the knight there, but I just wanted to keep it simple. There's just no clear win. Oh, he's got it guarded. Oh my god. This is a cool position. I wanted to play rook c8. But check this out. Does he have rook takes e5 now? Rook takes e5. Rook e5, queen d4. How do I defend that? You don't. I'm lucky he didn't do that. I could just take on, I could just take on b5. I guess my pawn's overloaded. Wait a minute. My rook's on e8. Yeah. This is a bad move. The way I played this didn't make a lot of sense. Did not make a lot of sense. In the meantime, hanging knight d4. Yeah, I'm like, I have brain fog. I had to wake up really early to go to the Hungarian Immigration Center this morning. And my brain fog is like full strength. I have full strength brain fog. He's unstoppable, man. This is hard to kill. No, stop it. Please. Just don't. Do you remember that? No. No. That was different. That was out on Flight Line. No, you weren't there for that. Butterfly Hunter. I just want to call you Butterfly Hunter. Dragonflies are less common. Nimzofloridian. Yeah, that's my joke now, Mr. Coffee. I tell everybody, oh, I've got really bad news. Hungarians are going to let me stay. But I told you how the bus driver that owes me like millions of dollars was driving the bus the last time I had to go to the immigration center. There's this French guy who I lost like a... There was a French guy who lost like $1,000 pot against in the line this time. Like, what is going on? Like, every time I go to this place, there's somebody who either like owes me a lot of money or brings back some kind of horrifying memory. Report him. Illegal gambling. It was not one of my prouder moments. It happened back in the spring. I put like a huge Mississippi straddle on the button just for fun. And the dude picked up aces, and I had put so much money on the button that I was like obligated to call with like a medium string hand and lost. It's like a legendary story. Now the guy ran away like after that. He won my money and then like ran home. It was really bad form. He stayed for like 20 minutes and then just left. It was really ugly. All right. Yeah, that dude's just not leaving. Decline. I can decline. Okay. Do you know why you're being declined? For repeated challenges the other day, like 5 blitz challenges back to back with 2 different accounts when I just couldn't play you. You just insist on challenging me. I hate that. I was like working. Alright, I don't like to turn off like challenges and then you have to remember to turn it back on. If someone declines your challenge, man, there's probably a reason why they did that. So don't just keep challenging them like it's gonna change anything. Or challenge them with a different account. Are you serious? You should have just one account. Kel Max. Yeah, Queen's Indian. Nimzovich. This guy's fast too. I was playing accelerated Queen's Indian, but it's hard. It's really hard. We don't want to be too predictable. So I mix in some regular Queen's Indians with my accelerated Queen's Indians. No one allows a Nimzo either. Attacking the center. Doctor. The judge. No, Dr. Judge. What's up, Mr. Coffee? How are you? How are you on this fine late spring day? Judge. I don't remember what happened against the judge. Judge was a draw 2 years ago. Alright. The German judges. Grandmaster What's the guy's name now? He's a grandmaster and like a magistrate or judge. What do I do now? Think a lot. You don't want to allow d5. Mr. Coffee, we got a good turnout. 20 players. Nefedov? Nefedov's not playing? Nefedov played one game. Alright, so Sparkle Horse, Stefano Kelmax is in third place. Reduce Kelly M, that's new. Well, Kelly M, okay. I don't know if they're really from Tatarstan, but they seem to be a strong player based on the ratings. That's a new one. Tartarstan. Tatarstan. Of course. What are we doing now? Developing? Alright. Yeah, but I'm pinning my own bishop. Pinning. Damn, he's perfect. He's freaking perfect. He's a hedgehog expert. Calmax. He's perfect. This is like a hedgehog, but it's not a hedgehog. Alright, now you blinked first. Keep blinking. Dude, what's up with that pawn? You're gonna regret that, pawn. The old hedgehog c-pawn. This is a hedgehog. So we're good now. I bet I could beat, like, Bala Gimre's dad in this position. Gotta be careful with that queen side. There is a tactical problem. Is there? Maybe not. Uh-huh. That way? Yes. I saw this. It better not work. How far did you calculate? C-pawn goes. WQOZ. You're like a radio station. Our first radio station. What's up? Alright, so this pawn is delicious. This pawn is delicious. My knight's shitty on the side of the board. There it goes. Oh. It's your ham radio call sign? See, I wouldn't know if someone was serious or not about that. That's how much I know about ham radio. You could be totally making that up, and I would believe you. Do ham radios have W call signs? Alright. Max. Squares. 96 is awkward. B2 is not good. A5 is awkward. E5. I think E5 is getting the call. Even there he has like F4, knight G4. It's probably okay. if I didn't have the... Yeah, I could always play d5 or something, or f5. My knight isn't trapped. Nice technical win here. He went with it. You hear the ambulance on the way. Non-threatening fork. I bet there's some town called Forkville somewhere in the wonderful US of A. Welcome to Forkville, USA. But this is a real easy technical win for black. It's a dream hedgehog. You pick off the guy's c-pawn. See, that's the problem with playing a3 in the hedgehog. It weakens b3, and then you have a problem with your c4 pawn. And if you play b3, a3, and c4, then the knight on c3 is like not protected by the b2 pawn. It's just... See my game with Hjartarson for what happens if you like move all your pawns in the hedgehog. It's a disaster. Okay, now, trade of knights is probably not a bad idea for white here. In a vacuum. Because I have a lot of advantage. His knight can come to d3, start to be annoying, but on the other hand, my knight can come to the middle too. Knights tend to be decisive. What are you doing with rook d1? You trying to play e4 or something? I've got to watch back rank. That's fine. Yeah. Look, ma, no back rank. This is all part of the plan anyway. But basically, if you're up a pawn in an endgame with rooks and knights like this, my advice is to keep the knights on the board. Because rooking games tend to be very drawish. Looks like we're going to have to play actively here to maintain a serious advantage. Alright, exchange of rooks I don't mind. What I mind is, well, a lot of exchanges, let's say. I don't mind keeping the knights on the board. Right. So this endgame is fine by me. I'd much rather have a knight in game than a rook in game with an extra pawn. Much less forgiving knight in game. This now his pawn structure is... Now his pawn structure is further devalued. What did I just do? Oh my god. Devalue this. H5. Knight b5 check. Knight g4. Yep. I have knight b5 mate. Knight e3, knight c7, knight b5 mate. There's all kinds of nasty stuff. a4, knight c7. And then e5 check. Take, knight e6, winning a piece. Knight games are not friendly. There is a Forkville, Pennsylvania. Forkville, I knew there'd be a Forkville somewhere. Yeah, Forksville. That's good too. Good setting for a short story. I was in Forestville. How do I make progress? Progress. Progressive. I don't want to just swap stuff. Swamp master. This is going to involve an exchange of pawns, which I'm not crazy about, but it's not a total tragedy. His knight is really bad placed on a6, badly placed on a6, so knight b4, knight b3, knight a6, the knight on a6 is really stuck. So I'm coming back to a5 and c4, for example. What's he gonna do? Knight c6, his knight is trapped. So now I can win the a pawn. It's an a pawn bomb. We're still in first place, but whoever Kelly is, like, coming out of nowhere. They won every game. I don't think their real name is Kelly and they're from Tatarstan. They're either Kelly or they're from Tatarstan, but not both. All right. Yeah, this is finished. Unless he has f5. But then again, if f5, e5, yeah, he's lost here. There's not a lot of room for saving pawn down knight in games. Kelly lost his first game to Cheesy Noob. Yeah. And now playing Cheesy Noob again. Oof. Not easy to adjust against the Cheesy Noob. Cheesy Noob has 5 minutes and it's move 32. Bro, what's up with that? What's the quote to get a game against the Mr. International Master? No quotes. This is a tournament, man. It's a tournament. We just play whoever they tell us to play. I'm not taking challenges till Friday. I played like a 2050 and I'm 1381. That's what Greek God said. Got some new people here today. Thanks everyone for joining. Don't forget to give some subs. I'm in the mood for a sub. Oh, pinned by Mr. Coffee. What did you do, Mr. Coffee? What is that? There it is. You repinned over my pin. Population 100, Forksville. I think I'm not going to be able to keep up with Kelly because he's berserking. Shocky! Oh no. I don't feel like berserking, guys. This is fast enough. Shocky doesn't play the Petrov. So who the hell plays the Petrov? Can somebody tell me who played the Petrov against me? Gonna do this again. Wait, why don't I win a pawn here? That's a line. Okay. There was this classic game. Like Chigorin Mortimer. I don't know. It was really some old game. Mortimer. Play bishop c5. If I try to take the pawn, black gets black does get some compensation. or maybe more. So you tried to do knight d4 last time, which is kind of dubious. I don't think that knight d4 is a good move here. You played like it was a d3. So that's what we saw from Shaki last time. It's definitely Mortimer. No. No, Mortimer was a strong master in the late 1800s. Like, Rookie 8, yeah, this is best. So he looked it up or something. It looks like Rookie 8 is best line for black. Chucky's starting to study now. I said Mortimer. You're thinking of Moriarty. Oh man, there was this guy in my college fraternity I really disliked. Moriarty. He was a dick. Love thy brother. Moriarty was a dick. Alright. Yeah, Professor Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes, and I've read all of Sherlock Holmes. Love your brother. Love thy brother. Well, yeah, the guy was just not cool with me, you know? And you should respect the, he didn't respect the older brothers. Alright. So, but yeah, don't confuse Mortimer with Moriarty. I don't know if there's any players named Moriarty. Yeah, I had to ban other people from Facebook, of course. Trump supporting far-right plastic surgeons. This one guy became a plastic surgeon. He's probably rich as fuck. Pardon my language. He seemed alright in college, but people change, you know. I mean, they change. That's all there is to it. They change. You gotta understand that people change. I change, you change. They don't remain the same. The guy who seemed perfectly cool in college may become a complete jerk. And they weren't always necessarily like that. I think one thing is, like, look at the celebrities who get rich and they become monsters. You know? Wealth is one major factor that just ruins people. Wealth and power, right? Never trust a plastic surgeon. What am I going to do with this position? Try your best not to lose friends. I know. I will remain neutral, if possible. But when people try to force their views on you, or just keep jamming it down your throat, my favorite is like, let me teach you something, or, you know, they're gonna teach me something. But this guy didn't lose. This isn't, yeah, whatever. All right, I'm distracted. So the queen side. All right, getting distracted. There was that famous book, How to Make Friends and Influence People, or something, right? How to Lose Friends. I'd rather not. There was one guy know for like 30 years we always got along, but then he started to try to he wouldn't stop. I was like, look, leave your opinion, just stop, trying to force it on me. And he was like, no, let me show. And he was sending me these propaganda videos and stuff. He wouldn't stop. I was like, all right, dude, banned. After I tell you, I have my opinion about something, it doesn't mean you should start sending me propaganda videos or some kind of mystical bullshit. They're trying to convert you, I espouse my views, but I don't try to convert people. I wouldn't mind if they agreed with me, but I don't go around trying to convert people. All right. Now I had the feeling that this one particular guy who I had to block on Facebook just gets off on needling you. There's one thing when you have a really deep friendship, and there's another thing when people are just kind of acquaintances you've always been friendly with. It's not really a deep friendship. It's not the same. All right. Shockey didn't play what I would call the best way here, but he played a very solid setup. The most critical line would involve a different approach from Black. I think what he did was good, but not trying to push it too hard. Now it's equal. That's the move I thought you should play much earlier. It's not that effective now. I would argue, I'd have to make the argument here that it's not a big deal at this point. Whereas it's a bigger deal when there's a lot more pieces on the board to play d5. I think you should try to play d5 early on. He's way ahead of me on the clock, though. You missed QAnon. There was this Korean restaurant. There's this Korean restaurant here on the main street in downtown Budapest that coincidentally, the name of the restaurant is Kwanon. When you look at the sign, it literally spells QAnon. It's kind of funny. Yeah, don't get me started on the politics, American politics particularly. It's such a shit show. Every country I live in is a disaster. But I told you guys, you had some good kebabs. We specialize in the kebabs here. Yeah, Hungarian kebabs, kebab. Well, that's one of the only even kebab is fairly expensive. It's like Germany. Not as cheap to live here as it used to be. At all, unfortunately. Kebabs. I go to this great Turkish store and buy awesome lamb and veal that's unbelievably fresh and delicious. It's not cheap though. Hungary is not cheap anymore. Used to be. Yeah, I thought you would see it your way. It only occurred to me now that the structure is still symmetrical. I keep feeling if you exchange pawns on e4, I'll have an isolated pawn. We have the same exact structure. Now what do? I was going to go back to g3. Why would I go back to G3 when I could go back to E3? It came from E3. It feels like I'm not making any forward progress. Come on, let's just end this terminal Magnus Carlsen, like... I feel like I'm playing the Joko piano. Horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. He let his flag run down to 0 and accepted the draw. Very, very good idea. Hungarian pesos, yeah. Yeah, Hungary still uses its own currency, like where else? Poland. I don't really understand why like Poland hasn't incorporated the euro, but I don't know. I know that Hungary like hasn't met its obligations. Hungary is like really on bad. We're on bad terms with the. Unfortunately, the government is on very bad terms with the European Union. So anyway, they've never implemented use of the euro here. Under normal circumstances, if we had a normal government, maybe that would already be the case. Oh, okay. Another request. But I figure if Poland still doesn't use the euro, then we're way behind them anyway. Yeah, Poland is economically like light years ahead of Hungary. And that's been the case for a while. But I mean, it's a much bigger country. You can't really compare them. Romania. You could probably compare like Poland and Romania, maybe. Poland's probably still even bigger than Romania. It's a big country. Anyways, alright guys, so we're still clinging to a lead. Kelly M lost to Sung Prism. Nice one. Sung Prism taking out the other leader. But I lost my streak starter. We have 52 minutes left. Yeah, Czech Republic. Czech Republic is using the euro. No. Is it? I was just there. That's weird. I was just there playing in the European Poker Tour in December, but like I'm always paying with stuff with my card and I'm not thinking about it. Like I wasn't using cash for almost anything. And when I paid my entry fee for the poker tournaments, I paid with euros, but that's... Now I can't remember. That's weird. Does Czechia use the euro? They used to have Czech Coronas. I think it's still Czech Corona, right? They're still using the Czech Corona, but again, like I just literally never use cash. It's weird. We live in a digital world now. Would you like to pay in Czech Coronas? You would think like, yeah, you would think countries like Czechia and Poland would already incorporate the euro. But no. Just the big ones. Just the big ones. Spain, Italy, Germany, France, and then the really rich countries like Netherlands, Scandinavia. Do the Scandinavians Does Swedish use the euro, for example? Do Swedish use their own money still? I'll have to ask Thomas. They still use their own money? Yeah, I don't understand the economic implications of national currency versus using the euro, really. Although I studied economics, I quit after 3 years. So I have just a minor in economics, and a currency was not something that I really looked at much. And that was a million years ago. Alright. Yeah. So what's up? Kelly M in second place. Sun Prism. Sun Prism must be berserking. He has a million games. Asterbait, you gotta win. You gotta win already. Did you? You better. Asterbait, where are you? Let's see, Asterbait, where is he? 6 points. Here, I'm playing Kelly M. Okay. I know nothing about this player. I know nothing. I am related to Sergeant Schultz. You're Lithuanian. Oh. Oh, you guys are using the euro in Lithuania? Wow. Well, did not know. Shows you what I know. Okay, but the Baltics have become like a fintech epicenter. E4. I heard like the Baltics are getting really expensive. Like Estonia is becoming really expensive. I don't know about Lithuania. I read somewhere that like Estonia is super expensive. Yeah, well, I mean, in a way, it's like not that much different from Hungary, but you're kind of in a better spot. Of course, not with the Russians on the other side of the border, but economically, you're in a better spot. Here, we're kind of close to the Balkans. Hungary's in a weird place. It's sort of half in the Balkan. It's not really Balkan, but it's also, you know, it's not really Central Europe either. It's like exactly. I know. Hungary is just in a weird place, but then we got a right-wing government that's dragged us backward. I mean, I've been connected to Hungary since the mid to late 90s, so I've seen a lot of crazy stuff here, but I think it could have been, you know, if it had been managed properly, like this country would be way, 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 way ahead of where it is economically. Mismanagement. It's like a business that's been mismanaged. You know, when you started out, like, we weren't that far behind. They've driven away, like, all foreign investment from the West and whatever. Alright, I traded the light square bishops. Yeah, this is a strong player. My feelings exactly. So bishop h5. How about bishop g5? Keep an eye on that. The e7 pawn. If I play bishop f4, you get hit by knight h5 all the time. You know, this is not a line that I've done very much, or I haven't faced bishop g4 much. You know, maybe knight d2 is even a mistake. I'm not sure. It's unusual to run into that move. Now here I need to seriously consider bishop h4. But I also need to seriously consider not playing bishop h4 and going to a sensible position like d2. Here my bishop, Here my bishop has, you know, how do you even get an advantage in the structure? Well, black has a very strong pawn on c5. I mean, e5 will crack his position in half. But playing that is not an easy thing. I had a simul game like this many years ago, and I felt like I didn't get anything. No, it's all about this. You know, a lot of people like to ram their a pawn up to a5, but I mean, for me, that it's often, I think, a mistake. You just make yourself backward on the b file. I've often, like, seriously considered, like, quitting this whole system. But I'm not sure that black is playing it well either. I think objectively, like, it's not really a dangerous line. It's a solid line for white. But if I had my druthers, I would try to find a better line against the Benko. But, like, it's not easy. What do you do? You know, all the top players, you don't see the Benko too much. I think the Benko is kind of underrated. Yeah, f4 of course is included. Well, here he's played weirdly, you know. He's played weirdly with the knight fd7, and it's a kind of, you know, just think of it as a Benoni. But I'm not playing a Benko, I'm not up a pawn. I've always had solid results with this. Now that's a very strange move by black. e5. Positionally, like, losing. Positionally losing. Take, well, maybe tactically losing. But it's hard. I have two options. I go for the white squares, or you could go for the space with f5. So queen g4. It's possible to play f5 directly, trying to undermine the white squares. Now what do I do? I can still play f5. My queen on g4 will get hit by like knight e5. But black's playing this in a really reckless manner. It takes a lot of experience, dude. All I can say is, like, most openings take an incredible amount of experience. I'm gonna gamble here. This is probably a bad gamble. A bad gamble? No, maybe not. A sealer sweeper. But his structure is blown to smithereens. Completely missed rook takes f4. That's good. Don't panic. It's alright. Do I take on g6 or e6? g6 is not check. This is a complete miscalculation by me. Is and was. Forever will be. But we have nice active pieces, fairly active pieces. I have some threats. Wow. Knight g4. Whoa. Not so easy. Bishop takes h6. It looks good, but Do I have like bishop h6 or rook f7? My original plan was rook f7. Rook f7, rook takes g4. Damn, that move. Whoa. Yeah, it's not clear. Rook takes g7. I have no idea. I have no idea what was going on here. I could have been winning. I was probably winning and losing. And now it's more like equal. I was glad though, because I thought he had a better move. You know, he could have played rook takes g4, and I'm not sure what was going on there. Queen g6. He's winning a pawn now. We'll live with it. Wait, was he hanging a piece there? Mm-hmm. I don't know about this move. It might be good, it might not. Has that. Shit. It's possibly a draw. This is not really what I wanted. Mr. Tricky. He's very fast. Does that check? That was a really stupid move. Or was it? Is this a win? So check, rook takes, check, check, rook takes, check. It's not stalemate. Now that would be stalemate. Talk about doing things the hard way. Okay, that was a crazy game. I was, we let it spiral out of control. It spiraled out of control. Sung Prism with 28 points is tied with me? Dude, what are you doing? He's berserking, winning every single game now. Mr. Slow, you gotta stop him. You berserk, I berserk. You berserk, I berserk. The Kraken. Kraken this. Crackington. Oh no. You're not going to do that. H4, H5. Watch out. I'm not going to castle. If you're going to do that, I'm not going to castle. That's all there is to it. You're going to get porcupined on the queen side. Acerbate's playing the London. The first London. Wow, dude. The diagonal. Oh my god. Knight takes d5. We're going to have to do the Acerbate maneuver. Scary. Wait, my rook or your rook? Which rook? Damn, he's crazy. So crazy. Now you're talking. Now you got development. I learned this from Acerbate. Taught me everything I know. Rook A7. Nah, nah. Nah, nah. No, no, no. Now E6. Of course. I could castle. I don't want to risk it. Oh my god. Oof. I hung my knight. Oh man. hung my knight. Yeah. Don't castle. Don't castle, Asterbait. Way to play solid. Very solid. Oof. I out-acerbated Acerbate. He played H4 on me. Acerbate needs to get crushed by more IMs to tighten it up. Acerbate, you got to tighten it up, man. Tighten it up. It's too loose. Too loose. It's real loose. He started out okay. Then the H4, okay, but if you're gonna play H4, you gotta be consistent. Somebody beat this Sun Prism. He's winning every single game. Mr. Slow got to take him out. Oh, there's always an epic battle here, right? Oh shit, the French. Oh, epic. Mr. Slow though is too slow. He's just gonna get flagged. His new device. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Black's up a pawn. It's a gambit. Yeah. It's the advance variation. Hector Gambit. We love that here. But Mr. Slow is too slow. Somebody needs to step on that Sun Prism. He's gonna win the tournament, man. You're not getting paired. Yeah, there's not that many players and people drop out, unfortunately. 40-do. 40-do. How are you? Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. 40-do. Chess Testament has followed. Testament. It's a testament. A testament to his skills. If that's the way you're going to be about it, you know what? I'm going to play the closed Sicilian. This is closed Sicilian. Probably not the best idea with time problems. We'll make it work. Wow. I was just kidding about that Queen H5 thing. It's gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. 42. I assure you. He needs to start taking lessons again. This is why I like. Sun Prism's in first place. This is why I like leveraging the. What's that about? By the way. You gonna play Queen B6 or something? I like leveraging the closed Sicilian, threat of closed Sicilian, or. Oh, wow! The Knight G8. Look out! I didn't even think of that. That's crazy. Yeah, how do I break through now? What about h4? He's got a really solid... Yeah, my knight is like... What is it doing? It's the missing link. It's not functional. Dude, that's pretty crazy. Maybe you're right. Oh no, rook takes. Rook takes. Well, we need this win, man. We gotta get the streak starter fired up. Fried up. Fried up and ready. Trade as many pieces as possible. Get it fried up and ready. Hamburgers. Schnitzel mit Sauerkraut. Testosterone. Testosterone. That's a good square you've got there for your knight on e5. Was long awaiting that arrival. We've been waiting for the arrival for a very long time here. And again, what is my knight doing? Ready. Aim. Ready, aim, He's doing good. Down to a minute. I need my knight. Told you my knight wasn't doing anything. Doesn't feel like I'm even up the exchange here. Alright, that's enough of that. Where are you going? That's where you're going. All right. What? Wow. Didn't even say check. That was a good move by me. No way. Oh my god. Maybe not a good idea. Yeah, I see that. No way. I'm gonna lose on time. Unbelievable. Wow. Holy shit, man. Wow. That sucks. I just lost the tournament because of that game. Wow, man. Unbelievable. I must have missed like 100 wins. Sun Prism now beat Kelly too. It's ridiculous. He's like a master. When did he become a master? He should play Uber driver more. No, he re-berserked. 42. Didn't make that mistake of berserking back. And like, you guys should go back and check the chat. I just want everyone to see this. 42 said, if anyone berserks against me, guys, check the chat. If anybody berserks against me, I'm going to berserk back. This is what 42 said. Yeah, right. You didn't berserk back. It's a big fat lie. A huge giant lie. My God, man. You did. You wrote it in the chat. This is fast time control. If you berserk, I promise I will not berserk back. Oh, no. That's my problem. I misread it. The reading comprehension has always been my strong suit. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I totally misread it. I thought it was, you will berserk back. Oh, shit. That's the problem, guys. If you read something, you gotta make sure you read it carefully. Read the fine print. He said, this is a fast time control. I read this before the tournament. If you berserk, I promise I will berserk back. Dude, I thought it was that. Oh, my God. You promise I will not berserk back. Of course. It was a disclaimer, because people get angry when you don't berserk back, right? I didn't even realize. Sun Prism has to be stopped. He's still in first place? Oh my god, dude. He's 1900. How is he in first place ahead of me and another guy who's like 2300? Look how many games he's played. Ask a good question, you get a good answer. That's why. It's a question of how many games you can play. Alright. I just need to play more games. Come on. Give me Asterbait again. Damn it. Damn it, 42. Cost me the tournament. Oh no, Ruslan Bear is like rip. What is Ruslan Bear doing? It's some kind of horrible Danish for black. Sun Prism is playing like King Crusher or something. Oh my god. He's gonna win in like 5 moves. What is that? The Danish Gambit? Oh no, yeah, he plays that. The Goring Gambit. Hey, maybe I'll be on the podium. Sun Prism has 20 games or something. I think. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. I get paired with the other highest ranked player with time for 1 game left. No. Wow. What's that about? You play knight f6 and then queen takes d5? That's weird. Who plays that move order? Why? Why would you do that? It's a weird thing to do. What's this? What's this? Oh, the g2 pawn. Oh no, my g2 pawn. Ah, this is terrible. I just don't know who it's terrible for. I imagine the black is okay here. But I mean, I don't think e5 is right, you know? He really shouldn't be able to do that. I mean, it's a legal move. This is definitely better for white. Bishop b7, rook b8. I got nothing there. So now what do I do? Got nothing everywhere. It's a draw. Proto Hobbit. Oh, you can do that? Whoa. Just blundered an exchange. Proto Hobbits. Proto the Hobbit. No. Whoa. We're winning. You got to get ahead of Smart Prism. 42 taking me out, though. Oof. That hurt, man. That hurt. Congratulations. Sleazy. Easy and sleazy. Sleazy defense. You checkmated me, too. Queen d6. That's so sick. I was going to lose on time, but I got checkmated instead. This is starting to look a little bit iffy. Our players showing some in-game skill here. I'm blowing it. Wow, I should have played King F2. He has 6 seconds left. Not a good place to have 6 seconds left. Sun Prism is still in front of me. 42, I'm gonna kill you. You better win this game. 42 is gonna hand him the tournament. It's all 42. Single-handedly losing the tournament for me. Come on, Asterbait, one more game. We got time. Come on, Asterbait, one more game. Anybody? Is anybody out there? Asterbait is free. He just played Sun Prism. What? Or you haven't played in a while. How many pairings can Sun Prism get in like 2 minutes? I'm 1 point behind. This is so criminal. Come on, I have 5 minutes enough for one more game. Great, another strong player. And another strong player I've never faced before. How about the C3 Sicilian? Or closed Sicilian? Thank you for not... Oh, God, that's even worse. Dude, what are you doing? Oh my God, I'm gonna kill this guy. I hate him for this. Jesus Christ, dude. I hate him for playing this. He's like a bullet player. It's a French. The sucky French at that. This is my last game almost for sure. Surprising move there. What? It's like Cheesy Noob's brother. No. He's seriously a Cheesy Noob relative. 2 knights versus 2 bishops. We gotta get ahead of, what's his face? Sparklehorse ahead of Sun Prism by 4 points. Sun Prism not paired. There's still 253 left. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Sun Prism won this last game against 42. 42, you tried your best to ruin the tournament for me. Sorry it didn't go the way you wanted. Oddly, 42 is the only person who donated to the stream today. Illuminati or what? The only person who donated is the one who tried to ruin it by beating me and then losing to my opposition. You tried everything. What a defense he put up in that non-increment berserk situation. I was trying pre-moves. You wouldn't fall into the maiden one. Standby Sparkle Horse. Oh my god, Sun Prism won another game. Who the hell was he playing? Well, the score just wasn't updated. Jesus. The score just wasn't updated. Oh no, I updated. He's 1 point short. Oh no. But Sun Prism's playing. I mean, Kelly's playing. Sun Prism. Oh no. 5, 10, 4, 1, 2, 1, 5, 3. Hey, 42, maybe you can play Sun Prism again and lose in under a minute. Can you do that? That would be fair. Asteroid's playing Redusu. Why don't I get paired? You started so poorly. You were Swiss gambiting to make yourself look weak. You got warmed up. Oh no. How can we get paired with 50 seconds left? What do you do in that situation? You get paired with 50 seconds left? That's crazy. Alright. Just barely managed to win it. No thanks to 42. We'll resign if you want. Thanks, guys, for cheating. No. Thanks, guys, for playing. I'm happy. All that matters is winning, you know. I mean, arenas are not about good chess, right? But we did get a $5 donation and 2 gift subs from Sun Prism. Tournament day is not my big fundraising stream, though I do appreciate you guys who subscribe or donate gift subs, and of course do donate, support the stream. All right, new player Kelly M, finishing 3rd. I managed to just squeak out. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. It's very balanced. Sparkle Horse performance 2407, winning by 1 point against Sun Prism, who is 2056. Win rate 48%, but his berserk rate was much higher. 67 berserk rate for Sun Prism, 36 for me. So arenas are about strategically berserking. We're just berserking every freaking game, if you like that. I don't like that. But anyway, we had some interesting games. I played a maximum of, 15 games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 games. Personally, Asterbait, did you break the record? Asterbait did. Asterbait, you got a total of 23. I think you even beat Sun Prism. No. Yes. You even beat Sun Prism with 23 games. You even got yourself a couple wins. You even got a 3-point victory there against Ruslan Bear with a berserk near the end. Oh man. So Sun Prism, good job. Solid performance, and Kelly M with 3rd place. Thanks guys for playing. The final 10, top 10, Kelly M, Addy, who's new, Redusu, 42. Stefano started strong and then left. Cheesy Noob was Cheesy Noob. Kelmax and Ruslan Bear. Ruslan Bear managed to start with 11 and then lose every single game in a row. I think the vodka is a problem at some point there. We had a total of 28 players. I'd like to thank all the subscribers for playing, all the regulars, including but not limited to Sun Prism, 42, We've got a shout out to Asterbait, Shocky, Mr. Slowhand, of course, Dinekis, and Move 11 even played a game. Wow. Mule Skinner even played a couple games. Nefudov played a couple games, and Morales even played 2 games. So Morales, I didn't even know Morales was here. We've got a number of VIPs in the field. Thanks everybody for playing. I will see you on Thursday for analysis stream. So please submit the games and your donations as soon as possible. See you later. Thanks everybody for playing Pawnda Arena. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.